everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are mixing it up today, no more staring at my white backdrop wall, so we are going more vlog style. I have already talked a little bit about Dyslexia Awareness Month or Dyslexia Awareness Week, and today is a bit of a continuation on from that. I've had a really cool opportunity come up to interview someone, so that's what we'll be doing today. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to this picnic today. It's hosted by Dyslexia Victoria Support. Okay, I'll give them a little plug on the screen. They're basically a group for parents who have children with dyslexia. So they support, evidence-based intervention and all that sort of thing, and they help parents to advocate for their children within the school, answer any questions that they may have, and all of that kind of thing. So DVS, with Code Read, they are hosting an event today called the Light It Red Picnic. So what they've done for Dyslexia Awareness Month is they have gone out to some big buildings in Melbourne. So we've got Flinders Street and Amy Park and what's the other one? And the Big Wheel in Melbourne, the Southern Star Wheel, I think it's called, and they've asked them to turn all their lights to red so that we can raise some more awareness about dyslexia in our community. So it's a really, really cool event, and tonight is the first night that they're going to be lighting it up red. So they've organised this picnic for a whole lot of DVS families to come along to, and that's where I'm going to today to watch all the lights light up red for dyslexia. So the reason why I'm also bringing you guys along with me today is because we've had a really cool opportunity pop up for an interview. So Tim Smith, who is the Shadow Minister for Education, so he's from the Liberal Party, he is actually going to be at the picnic. So really, really exciting. So for anyone who doesn't know, something that's come up for the dyslexic community in the news recently is that the Liberal Party have pledged $2.8 million towards decodable books for primary school students, which is phenomenal. Decodable books are so important, especially for dyslexic kids to be able to learn to read and have the best possible chance of, developing those reading skills. So decodable books are amazing. The other thing that they have pledged is to employ the Year 1 phonics check. So this is already happening in South Australia. Basically, every Year 1 student will be given a test of phonological awareness so that they'll be able to actually pick up things like dyslexia and other reading issues more quickly, which obviously is so important for diagnosis. There are still so many students out there who are undiagnosed. Hopefully we will get some more children diagnosed if they win the election. So I hope you guys enjoy coming along for the ride today. I am wearing my red skirt today for the Light It Red campaign. We're all going to be dressed in red, and I hope that it does help to raise some awareness within our community. I also really hope that other parties, the Labor Party, decide to match the pledge for the decodable readers and also for the phonics check. I just think that every single child deserves the best chance at learning to read. So hopefully it'll be a really good event today. I'll try and take lots of pictures, and obviously I'll be recording the interview with Tim. So we'll see how that goes, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the video. So Tim, $2.8 million towards decodable books. Can you tell us a little bit about why that's so important and why you're choosing to support us on this issue?
Well, it's 2.8 million if the Liberal Nationals, led by Matthew Guy, win the November 24 state election. So we have to win the election. The for you to get that money for decodable readers for all prep students in Victorian state schools, as long as the teachers have done the professional development of phonics. And we know that there is some opposition to phonics within particularly the Australian Education Union and the Australian Labor Party, which is very bad because they don't understand the importance of phonics, particularly in picking up dyslexia really early on in a child's time at school.
Perfect. And in terms of the 1 year phonics check and things like that, are you in support of that?
Our policy has been since January that a compulsory grade 1 phonics check across Victoria is the best way to improve literacy and also pick up dyslexia. We're the only party going to this election in Victoria pledging that. The Labor Party have refused. In fact, South Australia is the only state in Australia which has a compulsory grade 1 phonics check like England and Wales, and we know how important it's been in England and Wales in lifting England and Welsh literacy standards quite dramatically over the last 5 years.
Okay. In terms of teacher training, I do a lot of workshops and things with teachers on dyslexia, and to me it seems like in the university level when teachers are going through their training they don't have a lot of exposure to what dyslexia is, and even if they know what it is, they don't know what to do with it. Can you provide any advice to teachers or perhaps are there going to be any future policies that sort of change education?
Look, if I become the Education Minister, I want to work with universities to ensure that there is really strong phonics training within teaching degrees. I hosted with the Melbourne Graduate School of Education a roundtable earlier this year, and amongst a number of very learned teachers, educationalists, academics, there was quite a discussion about phonics education, phonics training within university degrees, and I think that's something we can all work together to do a lot better.
Great. And my other question was about getting things in different formats. Obviously, as dyslexics, we don't work really at all very well with written texts, and it's my belief that every time a student gets a textbook, there should be automatically an audiobook version available. Are you in support of that?
Well, look, we'll look at that. I haven't had that raised with me before, but more than happy to
something
look
to
at
think about.
Something to have a think about it. But yeah, the Liberal Nationals are supportive of a compulsory phonics screening check for all grade 1 students, plus decodable readers for schools across Victoria for prep class. And so we're the only party that's leading the way on this at the moment. And say to James Molino, the Education Minister, why won't you support us?
Yeah, sure. And my last question is about, you've spoken a lot recently in the media about being back to basics and getting rid of phones and things like that.
Yeah.
In terms of my dyslexia, I pretty much could only get through BCE with a phone because I could take photos of my notes and record lectures and things like that.
Sure.
Can you sort of...
So we've said that mobile phones are banned from the classroom unless it's needed for the lesson.
Yeah.
So in your case, of course, it was needed.
Yeah.
The general rule is that phones are a distraction.
Yeah.
And they are. And they shouldn't be in classrooms most of the time because kids are playing games and texting one another on them and not actually learning. And so we've seen some great schools like McKinnon Secondary College ban mobile phones from the entire school, not just during class time.
But do you think we might be ignoring the real issue there, which might be that the students just aren't engaged, so they do turn to their devices?
Look, I think that we need to have far greater responsibility from everyone at school, particularly around discipline. And I think that that's a very strong set of rules at McKinnon, and I think I'm entirely supportive of them. So no mobile phones in classroom unless you need it for that lesson. And that's our policy. We've had a huge amount of support around the community on that, and that's what we're going to the election with.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Really appreciate it. And is there anything you wanted to add just while we wrap up?
Only the Liberal Nationals will have a compulsory phonics screening check in grade 1 and decodable textbooks for prep students across Victoria, $2.8 million if we win the election on November 24.